Copyright material, all rights reserved. Property of Richard Alan Bastable, intellectual science. The reason why the world is still not evolved. Man made the car. Man made many things. But nature evolved from nature. When the planet becomes too hot, it will set fire to forestry and emit smoke to the atmosphere, which will then cover the heat in the stratosphere. But we keep putting the fire out. And we keep thinking, well, there's just too much of something to cause everything to melt. But things will melt and things will frost and things will defrost until they're balanced in biology of life force matters. We are stopping us from reproducing. We are stopping species from evolving into more numbers of species. And man has become greedy to kill all the useful things upon our planet. Chew, 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 poo, 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 and if you're good, you will reproduce. So, we have a problem. Only that the temperature is too hot because there's not enough CO2 to guard us from sun rays that are melting our ice caps, adjusting accordingly. Tornadoes, hurricanes, typhoons, all adjusting the weather system, pushing the weather system fronts over land mass that needs over more water to make more forestry. So we get in the way. We move the water. We sit in the way. We put our land open to settlement where the water should be growing forestry. We're always in the way. It's not about not making cars. It's not about not making aircraft. We've made those. We've invented those. We have those. But we are not focusing on making biodiversity. We've stopped biodiversity from happening. Now, my explanation of the universe and the way I think I am correct about the black hole providing all of these electrons, chemicals, reflecting from the sun's evaporation and condensation into the black hole that adjusts all the way across the planets and sends moon dust to the moon, and that falls down in our stratosphere, and that comes down as precipitation in our seas and adjusts the gases up in the skies in air content. It should be 17, the atomic number. It's 15.48. It's completely different. Oh, by the way, I'm the guy that told you about the atomic numbers in air about 6 or 7 years ago. Nobody's published it. It's there, waiting for you to see it. But never mind. So what we need to do is, like I said, plant more trees, make more sea life, better for sea life to feed everybody after it's decayed, deceased. So, the sun is the one suggesting to our planet. Our planet adjusts the amount of gas that leaks into space. And how does that change the difference between our planet and space? Gas pressure and Boyle's law. The equivalent of total pressure is absorbed into space. So What is adjusting space's temperature? Imagine you have a hose pipe of water and all that content is space's content. At one end it has a tap on it, and at the other end it just has a funnel. So the sun sends all of its energy down the funnel until it meets the tap. The tap shuts off and the pressure in space remains the same. The tap opens and absorbs all of the sun's energy in pressure, in content of area mass of electrons make up in materials. Neptune has gases, Mercury has chemicals, Mars has minerals, Saturn has carbon broken off from Pluto. So when our planet then absorbs too much of the sun's pressure in space, a Halley's Comet happens and pulls the surface of metal off the face of the surface of the sun, because it's molten metal, I believe, and that then makes more meteorites, and occasionally Saturn can't break down and collect all of the asteroids that are in space because it's missing Mercury and Neptune because of gas pressure in space, only in the chemical makeup of the electrons. And those electrons are beaming off of the stars, the plough, the bear. They are all electrical pulses, ping-ponging like a pinball machine, pushing all the planets around in the right trajectories. And that's what's wrong with our planet. We need to increase more CO2 and put more iron in the sea to send the magnetic force back to pull out pressure in electrons all the way back to the sun, so it doesn't pull anything off the surface of the face of the sun. Intellectual rights, all property of Richard Alan Bastable, scientific, and I suppose you would call me theoretical. Thank you very much for listening.